Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video I'll give you an update on my MATIC staking adventures and I'll explain to you how I'm making between $30 and $50 a day. If you like the sound of that, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe at the end of the video. As you can see, my MATIC yield farming adventure starts on Aave. So right now I have about 15,000 USDC locked up, on which I'm getting almost 3% APY, and I'm borrowing against it 7,500 USDT, which costs me 3.7 in interest minus the rewards I'm getting here, so this is 1%. So if you deduct these two from each other, I'm still 2% more or less in profit with borrowing this money. Next, I've put this USDT to work in different farms. So the first project I've invested in is Qi Dao. As you can see, this project is focused on creating a native stablecoin. So basically they want to create a USDC, but then one that is native to the MATIC network. So there is a use case for it. I just don't know how big it is, but the person behind it is definitely someone who has a lot of experience and the project looks solid. Of course, this is not an endorsement. You have to do your own research, but I'm feeling pretty okay with this project and I do think there is a future. I just don't know how big it can really get. So initially I staked into this pool, which is basically their own stable coin versus USDC. And then it was, I think, a little over 100% APR. And then when it started dropping, now don't get me wrong, this is still a really good return when you're investing stable coins. I, however, decided to take a little bit more risk and I started using my Qi and my stable coins to put them in this pool. And this, of course, gives a very nice daily return. So right now it's about $15 a day that I'm getting from this one. Personally, I think a good strategy would be is first invest in the stable coins, then collect some Qi, and then start putting keys in this Qi-MAI liquidity pool, which will get you extra returns. And then just do this on a daily basis and you should be getting a very nice return. Do keep in mind that the MAI token is the stable coin, the Qi token is the farming token, so there always is a risk with these farming tokens that it will go to zero. Thankfully, the Qi token will give you voting rights as well, so if there is a future for this project, there is more utility to the Qi token than just being a farming token. So this gives it a little bit more stability. Alright, so let's take a look at the Qi Dao token. Personally, I do think it is performing pretty well. We have to keep it in mind it's a new token. It launched at about 50 cents. Now we're still at 1.5 and this over the course of a month. Of course, we had a very nice run up right here and then we had this big sell-off. Personally, I bought in over here, so I can imagine if you bought in here and you really bought the token, you didn't farm the token, then you're probably not that happy sitting at 1.5. However, overall, I do think for a new token, this is still looking pretty healthy, keeping in mind the very bearish sentiment in the market right now. And again, this is exactly why I propose that you put your stable coins in here, collect the Qi token, and then reinvest the Qi token into this farm to get this 400% APR. The second farm that I'm using is Polycat Finance. I made a video about this about a week ago. If you haven't seen it yet, click the video that is popping up now in the top right corner of this video. So just click that link and check it out if you want more information. Basically, the Polycat Finance project is looking pretty good. It had a good review on Rugdog. The developer behind it is known in the community and it has been around for over a month. I know a month is not that long, but at least it has some price history for its token. Alright, let's take a look at the farms. As expected, all the farms are connected to the FISH token, so this is a farm token. Be very careful with it. Farm tokens are super risky, but as you can see, I am willing to take that risk. This, of course, is something personal. You have to assess your own risk tolerance. If you don't want to take too much risk, then stick to the tokens that you are holding on to anyway, or just stick to stable coins. So in this case, I first farmed some FISH tokens and then I decided to invest about $300 or $400 into the FISH token. So right now I have a liquidity pair on Sushi, which adds up to 961 in total value. And then I also started to create a liquidity pair on QuickSwap. Right now you earn more on Sushi, but these two alternate, so sometimes it's more on the QuickSwap liquidity pair and then it's more on this one again. So that is why I'm filling up this pool as well with my profits. So what I'm currently doing is I'm collecting all the rewards on a daily basis. So today I already collected my rewards. These are just new rewards coming in right now. I also have something in this pool, so in the MATIC pool, which is also earning me some rewards. And then I'm compounding these rewards back into the FISH-MATIC pool. I'm also on a daily basis selling my Qi tokens and investing them into this pool as well. The third farm that I'm using is actually one of the launchpad projects of Polycat, which is called Augury. As you might already suspect, I am a big fan of MATIC. This is also because I bought a very small amount of MATIC at the end of last year, which of course gave me very nice returns, so I really don't mind reinvesting it in the MATIC network. So yes, on Augury I am also farming MATIC. So right now we have an APR of 185%, which is huge. And if you would then compound it daily yourself, so if you take the rewards and reinvest them, you would end up at about 500% APY, which is definitely impressive. When it comes to the Augury token itself, I think a few days ago it was about 60 cents. So it is dropping. That is why I'm on a daily basis just selling the Omen token and then reinvesting it into the Polycat pool. What I also do on a daily basis now is going to rugdoc.io. Then I check out the new Polygon pools and I only check out the low risk ones. So for example, this one is low risk. And when we take a look at it, we see token owner. They can mint and dump on you. So for me, this is already a no-go. Then we have Polypup BONE, and this is what I like to see. They have rugdoc KYC. This means that the person is known by the rugdoc team. So I think if worst case happens and they really steal your tokens, then at least they have the personal information of this guy and they can give it to the police. If something will happen with this information, I doubt it, to be honest. But if they steal enough money, maybe they at least have somewhere to start looking. Now, what is also interesting is this is a second layer of Polypup. So let's take a look at Polypup. There we go, Polypup Finance, of course, also rugdoc KYC. He did that before. Let's take a look at this website. I'm going to give you a heads up. Earlier this month, I did farm in one of these pools already. So far, so good. I then pulled my MATIC because I could get higher rewards somewhere else. But looking at the page, then I'm really happy to see that the rewards have gone up. When I pulled my MATIC out of there, it was, I think, below 100%. So right now it's back up to 400%. I do think it is worth putting it back in. Again, also keep in mind, the returns did fluctuate from 100% back to 400%. So yeah, do expect some volatility in returns. And don't forget, you are paying 4% in advance. So make sure that you harvest your rewards on a regular basis and that you have a return on your 4% before pulling your money out. So in this case, do keep in mind the deposit fee. Let's do a very simple math and assume that the APR will stay above 365% this week. Then you have to keep it in there for at least 4 days. Otherwise, you will be just losing money by depositing your liquidity pool in there and pulling it out within 4 days because they didn't have enough time to make a return on your investment. Purely as an example, let's deposit some coins in this one. To do this, we'll take a look at where we have to get the liquidity pair. So we click here, liquidity. It takes us to QuickSwap. So right now I have $200 ready. Of course, I don't want the PUP token. I do want WMATIC. There we go. And then we click supply. Yes, confirm supply. Then we wait a few seconds and we should be good to go. There we go. Then we go back to the Polypup website. Then we click stake. Max in our case. Confirm. And we're good to go. So right now, I think we can assume that we'll get about 1% a day on our liquidity pair. So let's just assume that MATIC is not going to drop any further. Then we should be getting $5 a day. So the second one I want to take a look at is the Polypup BONE, which is a second layer of the first one that we just looked at. So an extension of the Polypup website. Because he did KYC again. They verified the deployed wallet. It is looking interesting to me when it comes to a risk perspective. Of course, keep in mind there is always smart contract risk and there's always a chance of a soft rug pull. For example, if the owner is no longer interested in the project, then probably other people will abandon the project as well. That is why I normally don't buy the farm tokens and I just want to farm them. So in this case, I am actually just going to farm the pup tokens, sell them, and then put them all in my FISH-MATIC pool. So let's take a look at the website. As we can see, there is a maximum amount of tokens that can be minted. There will be a fair launch at this block number, and then farming will start a little bit later. So this is something we'll have to keep an eye on in the upcoming days, but I do think I'm going to give this farm a try as soon as it launches. Alright, that's it for this video. I will make another update at the end of next week. Of course, if you have any cool farms I should take a look at, be sure to post a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Again, thank you all for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.